What's going on, boys and girls? JD here with the next episode of JD Plays Ark Survival Evolved. Will we survive? I don't know. Got some S Plus modded action. It's been a bit. Haven't done much. Got our lovely raptor claws sitting inside here with my lovely stego, Halle Berry gatherer. And we got some farming and stuff. And I don't know what I want to do today, but I think it revolves around being able to fly. Okay, I think that sounds like a good idea. And in order to do that, we're going to probably want to start off with getting our first Pteranodon. And I think we have the Pteranodon saddle, right? Let's see. Yeah, Pteranodon saddle right here. Okay, cool. So in order to be able to do that, we're going to need to be able to make some stuff. And so I've got a few Ingrams here, and I want to make sure that I have what I need to do this. What we're going to need is this right here, this cooking pot. So we're going to want to craft one of these right quick. So, let's see, crafting. Cooking. Nope, cook. Nope, not cool. Cook. Right here. Alright, so for this we're going to need some flint, some stone, some thatch, and some wood. Let's go get that done. I wonder, hold on. I have this idea, this thought, right? That supposedly, when I look something like this up, I can click right here. Not enough resources for pull. So stone, thatch, and wood. Let's see if we can find stone, thatch, and wood. Here's stone, here's wood, here's thatch. And we need some flint. So I'm betting that if I had had enough of the resources, I could have just pulled everything in. That's a maybe thing. I'm betting that could be a thing. But we'll go out here and we'll get the resources on our own because we're the handy dandy type of guy that does that kind of thing, right? Let's smash some wood right here. And FPS seems to be really low right now. Hold on. We got some stuff running that we probably don't need to have run. Let's close what we can down. Because FPS is looking pretty shoddy at the moment. There we go. And that's gonna bump us a bit. Let's close these as well. Ooh. No, I want to close window. Close you and close you. There we go. And we'll go ahead and close these windows. Close this window. I always forget that Ark is just so much more demanding than some of the other things that I'm running, and it wants to eat my computer's soul, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But you know. Alright, so that should put us in a pretty good spot probably for now. Alright, so let's get back to this. There we go. The FPS is much more solid now. Wait, what? Hey, wait. No, we're not. What do you guys want? Go away, compies. I will spear you both in the face. One down. Two down. Thanks for joining my, meat packing plant, boys and girls. So we still got the trap boat down there, right? We're probably going to want eventually to make some modifications to that, or we may build a totally new boat. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. I was watching my dude X1 Wing X. I always forget how to say his name exactly. Anyways, watching him the other day building boats again, and everything looks to work correctly on building the same kind of boat that I built on vanilla. I'm not sure why it wasn't working for me, but we will investigate that more down the road. Alright, so cooking pot is what I am after. There's an S Plus cooking pot right here, and I'm actually going to set this up right out here beside this lovely and delicious group of crops we have, because we need to be able to work near a source of water for this, okay? Now that being said, obviously our source of water currently is not all that dependable. And so our cooking pot can go on the ground just fine. So we could put it like, right, say, there. All right. But we need a more dependable source of water than just the rain. Now, when the rain comes, it's great. It does good things for us. But I'm thinking we may want to run a line into the actual ocean to make sure that we have water at all times. Now, as far as the crops are doing great. I mean, we've got 59 rock carrots, whatever you want to call them. We've got an overload of berries right now. And in fact, let's use up all of our berries right quick. So let's do a pull of, we'll just click here and do pull. And we want narco berries. Look at all these narco berries. All of them, pull. So that's 300 and so 900,000, we'll say 1,073. Pull them all. All right, so now we need raw meat to go with that. Raw, or actually we need spoiled meat, right? Spoiled meat right here. Got not a whole lot of it, but we'll pull it all in here. And let's start knocking out as many narcos as we can. Getting 160 narcos out of that. We'll see how that does for us. Spoiled meat. How can I get more? Let's take a look here. Well, here's a whole lot more. Why did this not get moved into there? Did we just not see that or what? That was odd. There we go. Now I think we've got plenty. We'll see how that goes. We'll come check on that in a minute. All right. So how can we get better sources of water? Well, we've got a few options. One is we could build a pipeline that goes all the way down to the water, right? But with stone pipes, dinos can break them. But we know that down here, we've also unlocked metal pipes right here, right? Now, I don't quite have a lot of points to spend, and these are not quite cheap. But here's what I'm actually after, a metal reservoir, okay? So let's look at what it takes to build a metal reservoir. And I think we have to build that inside of the smithy table. I can't remember, though, but let's go look. So, metal reservoir, crafting. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't have to build that there. Wait, that's on mine. This is where I want to look over here. Metal. All right, right here, metal reservoir. So to build this metal tank, we need 75 ingots and a bunch of cementing paste. All right, cool. I think I've got more ingots, like right here maybe. Nope, but I got a bunch of ore. Okay, we can deal with that. Do I have spark powder? Let's look for spark powder. I wonder why this particular inventory is not showing up. Or is it is also out of spark powder. We are completely bone dry on spark powder. That's not good. Let's get some flint, because we need spark powder. That's like the end of our operation right there if we don't have spark powder to make use of. So flint time it is. I probably should have checked these things before I started the episode and got the base back up and running, you know what I mean? The cool thing is, as a byproduct, we're getting stone, which is going to be helpful for building those ceilings onto the boat down there, for the trapping boat. The bad thing is we seem to be getting very minimal amounts of flint out of these. I would expect us to be getting much higher amounts than what we're getting. I wonder if my server settings have changed. Doesn't seem like it too much. Okay, we'll get it done like this. By the way, if you've been enjoying the ARC series, do me a favor. Click that like button down there and click that subscribe button. So I'll know you're enjoying it and I'll keep making more ARC videos. That's kind of how I gauge interest in whether I want to keep doing a video series. We're going to add that point to fortitude, by the way. Is the amount of likes on videos and if my subs are going up and how many views I'm getting. That's how I decide if I'm liking a series. I ended a series recently, Project Ozone 2, both for the reasons of data corruption on in the world. You know, I was like, there's spark powder right there. Something's going on with S+. It's not finding the resources. It's kind of bad. Let's go ahead and do all of these. Alright, so let's take about half of this. And let's light this up and let it start cooking that metal for me. Let's put the other half in here because right now our preserving bin ain't preserving anything. How's my dinos doing? Dinos are doing good. Let's up her weight. She's got 3 points. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. Way to go, Halle Berry. How's Claws doing? Claws is probably hungry. Let's give Claws some grub. Now with Claws, let's do, how many points? 1? Boom. 300% melee. Beautiful. Excellent meat harvester right there, boys and girls. Claws. Alright, we got some eggs. How are my dodos doing? How's your hunger bar? Food's good. Good. How are we doing here? Food's good. Good. Food is good. And food is good. Cool. Our dodos are good. Our dinos are good. Preserving bins are operational again. That's grand. We've got plenty of narcotics being produced right now. Excellent. So we're actually going to need this chitin and keratin because if we remember, to make a pteranodon saddle, right, we're also going to need some hides. So let's see if we can find some hides. I bet I got some hides somewhere. Bam. Go ahead and get this pteranodon saddle made. Okay. That way we have this ready to go. We'll need this soon. Alright. Boom. So there's that. I'm just going to set this to the side for right now. Now we need to find ourselves a pteranodon. And somewhere I have arrows. What did I do with my arrows? Did I leave them all on the boat or did I use them all? That's a good question. Here's my hide armor. I'm actually going to take the pteranodon saddle with me down to the boat because I may use the boat to go out to try to trap this pteranodon eventually. And we're going to come back up here in a bit. I'm hoping it starts raining soon and fills up all of my tanks. But we got to wait on that. I bet I left a bunch of my stuff on the boat actually now that I think about it. Alright. So I've got one trank arrow in the bow. If you remember, we're still trying to build that ramp right there. I don't know how well that's going to work out, but I'm going to try to build a ramp that comes down right there. Let's check out what we got sitting in the boat right now. Alright, we got plenty of materials down here. Look at this. There's my trank arrows. Cool. We got a water skin right here with us. Cool. That's not something we need. That's not something we need. Nope. 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 Lots of flint. Look at all that flint. That's going to come in handy. It's going to come in super handy. Alright, cool. So we've got plenty of resources down here on the boat. What do we got inside the forge? Anything? Nothing really. Okay, that's cool. Let's take the boat. Let's move her on around where we need her to be. For now, that's going to be right back over here. Do I want to take some extra... Yeah, let's take some extra flint back up to base with me. How are we doing down here, by the way? Look at this. We're out of spark powder down here as well. I don't think I have a mortar on the boat anymore. Because if you remember, not member, when we were taming things, I believe it was the Triceratops, no, the Stego. The Stego broke through the wall our mortar and pestle, so we're going to need to make a new one of those. Do we have the ability to make a table? Let's check. Nope. Okay, let's spend a couple of points and get a table. I think it'll be useful. We learned tables pretty early on, I thought. Maybe not. Maybe not. Bug repellent, that'll come in useful later. Right here, wooden table, but this requires wooden chair. Wooden chair takes, so it's going to take 13 points to learn those two things. probably worth, so we'll go ahead and learn that. All right, so we can make a wooden table now. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the backpack. All right, right here we need some metal ore apparently to do this. That's interesting. I don't know if I'm down with that. We'll make one of these eventually. Let's take this. Get rid of this. Put this on the bar. And we'll go ahead and put this on the bar. I don't think we can set a... I don't think we can set this on top of it, but I'm going to try it just the same. Can we set a mortar? No, we can't. Can we set a mortar and pestle on top of this? No, we're going to have to put it on the floor. All right, that kind of... There are too many items on this structure now. Okay, so this is one of the things that you're going to run into as you build a raft. You can only have so many items placed at a time, right? And we've reached that limit. That means that we need to start thinking about how we can maybe size down the raft some, right? Flint. Probably don't have any stone, right? Yeah, we don't, because the stone is on me. So we need to think about how we can start sizing down our footprint of pieces. Every individual piece that we have on here right now is going to count against our total. So one of the things that we could do is we could replace 1, 2 walls, right? 1, 2. And so really this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could replace these walls with a couple of these gates, right? That might be a good idea. That would be, we replace basically 12 pieces with 4 pieces and frees up, you know, the ability to build more stuff in here. We also need to look at, all right, is there any things that are in here that are maybe frivolous or that we don't need? Do we need to have the boat wide like this? Not necessarily. Do we need to have this extra foundation right here? That's kind of debatable because it is how I can get on the roof, but do I need to get on the roof anymore? Not particularly. No, I don't. So I could get rid of this as well, right? I could get rid of this foundation, and I could get rid of this foundation and just have a ramp coming off of that. But the ramp or the foundation, it's still going to cost us the same number of pieces. So just some things to think about as you build your rafts and things. Now, if you're on modded, obviously you can modify that. You can change that to be as many structures as you want. I tried to keep mine in line with the game balance of how many structures the game allows you to have. Alright, so I got some spark powder down there. I went down there to get my arrows and stuff. I've got those. We want to go looking for a pteranodon, and it's raining now. That's good. All right, is this damaged? Because it looks damaged. All right, check it out. These things are filling up. This guy's flowing with water again. Life is good. We got water skins, all that good stuff. We're gonna leave those in there for now, though. Let's pull this right here out. Let's fill it up right quick as well. All right, so when it's raining, that's a good time to do what we need to do right now. And what we need to do right now is we need to cook. And what we're going to need to cook with is a bunch of cooked meat. So let's drop this meat into here. And let's cancel this. Let's get some spark powder out right quick and get this to cooking. So let's get some meat cooking right quick. And how are we doing on ingots? We're up to 27 ingots. Sucker's just cooking away. So I want to get one of those metal tanks as quickly as I can, but it's taking its sweet time, isn't it? What's down here? Alright. We got another level already. We're going to continue to put it into fortitude for right now. Fortitude is kind of like a survivability stat, right? The higher your fortitude, the less vulnerable you are to heat and cold and hunger and all kinds of stuff. Now, right now, with where we are, we have full metal building capability allowed. We have the ability to go after dire bears. We actually can start building machines. We've got access to our fabricator now, our electrical generator. Those are big deals. Do we have... we don't have access to it just yet. Pretty soon, like next level, we're going to get access to this right here. And this is something I really want. That is our... It's going to allow us to cook meat in mass. And that's going to make a big difference for us and what we can do. No, I don't... Open the campfire, dude. Come on. Pull these out. All right, we're up to 7 of those. That's cool. Alright. It's not raining any... Oh, it is raining. Good, good. Alright. Let's get some fiber right quick. We're going to need some fiber. So what we're going to make right now is called Kibble. And this is the best possible stuff you can use to tame any dino. If you can get the right kibble for a dino, you're going to get some really amazing dinos, okay? So what we need for this is cooked meat, mayho berries, fiber, and then depending on which kind of kibble you want, you're going to want a certain specialty crop. And this has to, and then it's got to be cooked with water, okay? So we're going to grab some of this. And I'm hoping this will stay going for me for a minute here. All right, so consumables, crafted food. Look at all these kibbles we could do. So kibble. Before I do anything, I want it to put, let's transfer the spark powder. Hold on, clear this, go back up. All right, so spark powder, let's put that in there. Let's put the cooked meat, the eggs, the fiber, and then the water skin. And what we're trying to make, or what we want to make, is dodo kibble, right? We need mayho berries and rock carrots. All right, let's put that in. Where did I just, right there, all right. Right click for more options. I forget how we use those. I know we can. It's okay though. So we want to pull in, I don't guess we can pull in water skins, can we? That's okay. What we're after is really rock carrots, right? So these things expire very rapidly. Let me demonstrate for a second without being in this interface. So if you come right here and you look, these things have a spoil time of 4 hours in the plot. Okay, let's transfer 1. Once you pull it out, it's got 1:14. This thing is going to expire very quickly. Okay, so let's put that in there, and let's light this up. Now what we need is our water skins out of here. And really, we don't have a good enough water source without going up and down the ladder to make a lot of this. So we want to be kind of quick and have everything here ready to go, especially for the rock carrots, right? And I think that's everything that we need in there right now. But here's another advantage of S Plus is that we can pull in, let's say 3. And so they're in there. And there we go. We've got our first batch of dodo kibble. Look at the time on that. 2 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes. That's cool. It's going to give us a 3-day timer. That's awesome. Well, if we throw this in here, bam, this now lasts a month. And this is the most powerful food we can use to tame a pteranodon. Because we're on 3 times taming speed or whatever we have it set to, that's actually going to allow us to max tame a pteranodon with like 3 or 4, and a max level pteranodon at that, with like 3 or 4 kibble. Kibble is the ultimate way to tame dinos. If you're going for high level, pristine tames, you want to use kibble. Now, we don't have an access, direct access to water up here. I've mentioned that a couple of times now, but we do have access to put these guys in here and fill them. And that's pulling the water directly out of the tank, but that's okay. It's allowing us to cook kibble, and that's what that's the point of all this, right? Now, I'm not going to go too crazy with it this time. I'm just going to get us a little bit of kibble started, and we'll go from there. But we should have just about enough ingots now. Close to it, at least. Yeah, we need 6 more, and we're going to get that metal water tank built. And that's going to greatly up our speed with this. So let's pull another rock carrot in. And normally you can't pull in rock carrots one at a time like this, by the way. So this is definitely one of the overpowered features of S Plus, and I really like it. I think this should be a vanilla feature because it's kind of dumb the way crops work, in my opinion. And who knows, by now, for all I know, they could have made it a vanilla feature, and I just don't know about it because I don't really pay too much attention to the updates. Now look, we're out of water up here. That's all we're going to get out of those couple of tanks. That's why those stone tanks, they're really not that great, but in a pinch, they're better than nothing. You know what I mean? So we'll take it. And we're going to add a couple more rock carrots, and that's going to be all we're going to get. But we did better than I anticipated us doing, to be honest. We're going to get, you know, like, I don't know, close to 10 kibble out of this. And I didn't expect us to get more than like 3 or 4. So I'm happy with that. So we'll put this kibble in there. We're already up to 5, and yeah, we're going to get about 9 kibble out. That's cool. I will take that. And I'm going to keep a little bit of this meat on me. How are we doing in here? Look at all those lovely narcotics that we made. Tons of them. It's gorgeous. Let's put this meat away. And we're going to just take all of our meat out right now and restack it. We don't need this stuff in there. That's bad. So any of these smaller stacks, we can just pull them all out and put them back in a better stack. So we're not using up so much space. Plus, we're not trying to produce a bunch of rotted meat right now. We've done well with our rotted meat. We've got plenty of it at the moment, so we're good. All right. All that said, once this finishes up with these last couple of batches of rock carrots and whatnot, we have just enough meat in there. We can kind of ignore this for now and let it burn out. I'm not too worried about it. We need to start trying to find ourselves a pteranodon. One of the things that's going to make finding a pteranodon much easier for us is going to be one of these spyglasses. And for this, we need some crystal, fiber, hide, and wood. I think I should have all of that somewhere. Let's see. Crafting. Spy. Can we pull? I have... That doesn't seem to be working. Ah, there we go. It worked. So it's this button that we want to click. So I pulled all the items together and I got myself a spyglass. There we go. All right. So what's the point of the spyglass? I don't know if I've just discussed this or not before, but we're going to discuss it now anyway. So let's find something. Let's find a dino of some kind, right? So right down there, we can see that there's an ichthy flying or something like that. Let's assume that that's a pteranodon. I'm like, do I want to go after that dino down there? I don't know. I don't know what level it is. But if I had the spyglass up, I can actually see that this is a level 85 Dimorphodon. Now that's a very tiny hitbox, so it's hard to target it, but you get the drift. If we were to look for it probably down this hill, I could see a lot more. Sprint on over here for a minute. So the spyglass is super nice because it lets me identify dinos from a very long distance, right? I almost fell off, guys. There's a pteranodon right there, as a matter of fact. Now, it's not always the easy. Okay, so there's a level 55. I'm not really interested in a level 55. I want to go for something much higher level. What's that? That's a level 50. So the idea now is, let's go find ourselves a pteranodon. And we're going to want some bolas to take it down with. So let's get a bola. Let's get over closer to the base so we can just craft that bola out of our inventory, right? Without needing to actually go inside, because we're snazzy like that. So click, click. This is pretty cool that we can do this. I like this. I could just sit there and make myself a batch of bolas. Ooh, fancy. All right. So we're going to get everything prepped. We've made our kibble. We've got our bolas. We've got some trank darts. We've kind of set the stage. We're ready to go hunting for a pteranodon. And I think that's... Let's put this fire out. Let's gather this stuff up. So we've kind of gathered up everything that we need. We're going to put these back in here in the hopes that the next time it rains we can fill them all up, right? And we're going to get one more thing done, and then we're going to call this episode complete, because I'm trying to do a better job of maintaining that 30-minute quota. I don't want to go past that. It seems like the videos get a lot less views once I get over 30 minutes. So, metal, pipes, water tank right here. Now, with that, let's also come back in here, and let's go back down to the metal pipe area. And right up here, okay. So, this is the intake. You cannot do any kind of pipes if you don't have the intake. So let's take the intake. Let's take the straight pipe. Here's the one that I actually want. All right. So we've got access to metal pipes now, and eventually I'm going to want to pick this over here up. Let's get the S+ versions of them, obviously. All right. So if I wanted to replace my current piping, so why would you want metal versus stone pipes? Well, the answer is because dinos can break stone pipes. They can't break metal pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and build one of these. So now we're going to have this tank and this intersection, and we're just going to come out here. And I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to try it, though. We're going to try to replace the current intersection that we have right there with this one. It doesn't seem like it's going to want me to do that. So I'll actually build off with metal, and I'll see if I can replace those later. So let's come right here, and let's hook this tank right here up. Now check this tank out. Those guys over there held 200 apiece. This guy holds 500. These guys hold a lot more than these. 500 doesn't seem like much, but it's double those, almost triple those. You know, it's 2.5 times. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but it really does hold a lot because you can also stack this up with other additional inventories. And I forget how that works exactly, but I'm pretty sure you could put like glass jars in there. Which, have we learned that rest of that Ingram yet? Jar. Yeah, we haven't learned that yet. We'll want to eventually, but we haven't yet. So that's going to give me the ability to store a lot more water. Once you get to metal tanks, they're very much worth it, especially if we set up a greenhouse. You got to think about it for a second. Right now, our plants are getting rained upon, and that's how they're producing, you know, staying irrigated. But if I put them inside of a greenhouse enclosure, the rain can no longer reach them. So if we do not have this pipe system, they can't be watered. And irrigation is very important because, or greenhouse, because it ups the effect by 3 times the normal amount. That's huge for us. All right, so like I said, stage is set. We've got our bolas ready. We've got our saddle ready. We were going to need some narcos, so let's go get some narcos real quick. So some narcotics right in here. Here's our narcotics. And we've got kibble. Do I have the kibble on me already? Yeah, I've got kibble on me. I'm going to take 5 kibble, just to be safe. There we go, 5 kibble. I'm going to load the rest of this stuff back in where it goes, because we don't need this on us. We're going to drop the rest of this stuff off. And we're ready to go hunting for our first flying dino in the form of a pteranodon. Now, that being said, unless I can get that pteranodon into a safe area, it's going to be kind of dangerous to tame him. So maybe we want to take some of these wooden spiked walls with us as well. Because when we take them down, I did not want to bring that up, we're going to want to be able to defend it. So let's look real quick in here. Spiked, right there, spike wall right here. Boom, this is what we want. So we need wood for this. I'm not sure how much wood we have, but let's make one of these and then we'll see if we can get some more. Not enough resources, okay. So we're going to need more wood if we want to pull that off. But I'll make some of those off camera. And when I bring you guys back in the next episode, we're going to go pteranodon hunting. So with that said, as always, guys, if you liked it, like it. If you'd like to see more like it, click that subscribe button. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy. You guys be good to one another. And my bearded, blue-eyed booty will see you all next time. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't. Laters.